Kensil culture, puppets, props, puns, podcasts.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. Yes, it's the legendary WID for Kensil culture, and right now it's
called story time.
We're going to have story time. John Kensil story time. Let's hear it, John.
Hey, people out there who don't believe in soap or deodorant, I have a story for you. Wait, why are you dressed like a mime?
What?
Umpire.
Well, I ate a lot of chocolate, and I'm,
You can't eat chocolate in prison.
Well, I might break out.
Hey, Wid. He's doing double nickels and Sing Sing. We're discussing this week about practical jokes.
Yes.
Girl comedian, female comedian, I know, if somebody did her wrong, she found a place online that would mail elephant dung, gorilla dung, and like donkey dung to her enemies anonymously, right? And
Where did she get elephant dung, monkey dung?
Well, apparently there's a company that hangs out at a, what do you call that? Sanctuaries? What do you call it? What do you call it? That horses hang out at with a fence around it? Not a ranch, a sanctuary.
I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear any place with a fence around it. Okay, I've just escaped from Holmesburg.
Cool. You got
No, I'm
cell
sorry,
phone.
John.
Do you have a cell phone?
I entered, and
So, no, it's a sanctuary, right? An animal sanctuary, where I guess they're probably separate because I don't think it'd be good to keep elephants, gorillas, and donkeys in the same pen.
Use the same bathroom. I mean, it's bad enough.
And imagine that, like, hey, don't flush that. Okay, here, Gongo, whatever his girl's name is, right? So anyway, so she told me, though, she's an expert on it. And she said, don't get the elephant dung. I go, why? She goes, they're vegetarians. It doesn't stink. It looks like a ball of hay. She says, get the gorilla dung, right? And
Gorillas are vegetarians, too.
are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I'm sorry to mess up your
bananas
whole
are good for
your
memory.
story.
Bananas are good for your memory.
Are bananas good?
I guess.
Are bananas good for your memory?
Yes. I sat on one, and I'll never forget that. Ladies. So she said, get the gorilla dung. It stinks. It's putrid, and they would mail it to people anonymously. Okay. And and plus it's not a threat. But I guess if you mail it every day to your ex-wife, it
says
harassment.
something. There's a message behind that. If you send anybody feces of any, animal at all,
Right. And what do you call that? I don't know, like somebody could that's their job. They're their guidance counselor. You'd be good for auto mechanics. You'd be good for collecting animal waste and sending it to people's enemies.
Fertilizer,
So
Gunko or something.
So she sent me a link to the site, and it has all types of. There's one for Valentine's Day I just passed for like an X. It was animal waste, but it had candy hearts in it, right?
You're kidding.
And the gorilla spore.
And they put me in jail.
Yes, right. Well, it comes in two sizes. A gallon. They can mail a gallon of it for $44.18 to your enemies, or like a pint. All right, but it's just crazy like that. But sometimes too, before you do a practical joke, somebody make sure that it won't hurt them ever, right? Or just nothing mean. But one time when I was younger,
don't you think that gorilla poop might be a little bit mean? And did you hear about the constipated gorilla? Did you hear the movie they made about the constipated gorilla?
No, there's a movie about a constipated gorilla.
Well, it hasn't come out yet. I'm sorry, John.
So constipated gorilla. That was my hockey team in high school. But the constipated gorillas. All right. You should always wait too, because sometimes they say before you send an angry letter, wait a day, because you might send an angry and go, wow, I was a little too harsh there. I think I went a little overboard one time too. One time I got a crank phone call at my mom's house. And I heard curse words. And then they hung up on me. Well, that's when I first discovered SAR 69 and I saw it was coming from my friend's house.
Star 69 brings you right back to whoever called you.
It says the last incoming number was blah, 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 right? So I found out it was one of my friends who's one of my friends, okay, right? And I don't know why I did it. I just went too far. Well, he smoked, okay? And he smoked over my house. We watched movies.
The guy you were punking?
Yes.
That's what the
that
kids
sounds
say.
creepy,
We don't call it crank phone calls. We call it punking.
Well, we said that, John, the guy you were punking. It sounds like something you do at summer camp. So, so I got all of his cigarette butts and ashes, and I got a big box of that whiskey would come in, Johnny Walker Seagram's, the big box, and I filled it to the top with all cigarette butts. Then I got a razor and cut all the edges, and then I wrapped it up in wrapping paper with a heart on it, put a bow on it, and I had my mom, because she has woman's handwriting, saying, "From your secret admirer," and I had my little sister kiss it so there's lipstick on the envelope. And I took it over to my friend's house and left it by his front door. Right? He comes home from...
You're diabolical.
Well, he comes home from work, and his mom goes, "Hey, blank, blank, your secret admirer left a present for you." And he's like, "Oh." So he grabs the box. It must have like a neon sign saying fake. He thought it was real. And he took it up to his bedroom, and he couldn't wait to unwrap this up with a card from a female handwriting saying, "Your secret admirer." And he opened it up, and it exploded all over his bed. Cigarette butts and ashes all over his bed, right? Well, he immediately knew it was me.
Of course he knew it was you. You're diabolical.
All right? Well, he calls one of my friends up, and he goes, "This time he's gone too far."
That sounds like the lead into it in a world of pranks.
Yeah,
this time he's gone too far.
But very funny though. It's he never got me back, or maybe he did. I don't know about it because he wasn't that good at it, right? But that was it for my practical joke story. Unless you got something you ever did to somebody.
No, I never. I didn't do that.
Where too? Well, I'm sorry. I hope that the cameras don't die out.
That's okay.
Right, so I had this discussion before. Any practical jokes, right? Now, what do you hear? How horrible this ends up, right? A friend of mine said when he was in college, they were all drinking at a frat party, and their friend passed out on the couch. So they got stains and other stuff and smeared, it looked like fake theater blood all over him, right? And he wakes up from his hangover the next morning on Sunday morning. And they go, "Dude, remember what happened?" He goes, "What?" And he goes, "You hit somebody." He goes, "I did." And the kid was in a mortal panic. All right? And they're like, he was crying. He was calling his mom. He was calling his dad. He was calling the lawyers. And they go, "Yeah." And he just did it as a joke. I'm thinking, you're a bunch of dicks. What a rotten thing to do. And they finally went, "Ha ha, we got you." I'm like, boy, you got him.
That's sort of the kettle calling the...
I wouldn't do that, though.
You know. I wouldn't do that. You two wet cigarette butts all over the guy. You gave him encouragement, thinking that he might even get lucky or had a secret admirer. That's a double whammy. And John,
yes.
Once again...
That was interesting. That was John Kensil's story time with John Kensil story time.
John Kensil story.